Hello and welcome to California Bountiful. I'm your host, Aubrey Aquino. Have you ever heard of an Agrihood? What about a farm park? Well, these concepts are trending and they're helping foster community too. Let's find out how it works.
A farm park could be something like some raised beds in the center of a community that people lease or that we assist them with. But something like this where it's row crops in soil, and this farm is a 1/4 acre. We're starting to get into some degrees of acreage. We call these Agrihoods. We are at the core Agrihood in Santa Clara, California. This is the first Agrihood development in Silicon Valley. And that means that we have a farm as the centerpiece of a community instead of a pool or a gym. This affordable housing community has as the front yard a working organic farm.
Laura Hermanson is the visionary behind Farmscape.
In a lot of our communities, they used to be farmland that got swallowed up by the suburbs. So it's nice to bring back a little bit of that agricultural heritage to these new development projects. This property in particular used to be UC Extension farmland that they would use as experimental place where they could grow certain types of fruit trees and things like that. So it was important for the community to maintain a portion of this space as agriculture in perpetuity. It's a farm in the middle of the city. We are across the street from a tire shop and a huge mall and a whole bunch of other things. The Winchester Mystery House is right down the street. We are in the beating heart of the Silicon Valley region, but what this used to be called was the Valley of Heart's Delight. Santa Clara was known as an agricultural capital and a huge orchard space. And that's why when we designed this space, we did put so many fruit trees espaliered around the edge of this farm itself. And many of the fruit trees tie back to that agricultural heritage, specifically in Santa Clara.
It's a lifestyle that's seeing an uptick as communities recognize the role that food and farms play in fostering community.
Farmscape maintains 15 Agrihoods across the state. Far south, we do the Rancho Mission Viejo Agrihoods in Orange County, and we work all the way out to Tracy, California, where we have a new project going in that's for seniors. And we also have projects in Fremont, California as well. What's unique about Farmscape is we are a landscape architecture company, we are landscape contractors, and then we also do farming and programming. I started working on this project in 2015 when it was still on the boards, and I worked with the team to design it to be able to make sure it'd be thriving the way it is today. We're also open to having residents from the community come out and volunteer with us as well.
And what's harvested from the on-site farm goes directly to the residents.
The seniors here love having organic, beautiful food. Something really special is our farmer who's here on site, Welling Tom. Welling has been growing in Brentwood at his family farm for way longer than he'd like me to admit, growing for top restaurants in California. He's grown for Michelin-starred chefs, and now he's bringing that same attention and quality to the food that goes to our seniors here free of charge.
Let's see, we got a few tomatoes, we got eggplants, peppers, basil, green beans, summer squash, zucchini, cucumbers. A few residents have put in requests or informally what they might like to have. Like one gentleman asked for tomatillos, which I wasn't originally planning on, but I thought that was a good idea. So somebody bothered to ask for it, so I got a few plants.
Plus, it's a perfect opportunity for this farmer to share his passion and soil smarts for cultivating the land.
I've always enjoyed growing things and sharing that with people who also have that interest, whether they have the experience or not. And I realized there's a lot more people, so many generations who've been pretty far removed from the whole experience of growing food, but a lot of people are interested. It seems to be more and more, so I'd like to share that. And I think it's just a very peaceful way of working, living, gets people connected, back to the earth.
Another big piece at the heart of these Agrihood communities is sustainability.
I think the sustainability piece is huge at Agrihoods. We're already using low water no matter what because we water them all with drip irrigation. So it's more water friendly than a lawn, for instance. It's also about the same amount of money to upkeep. So something that's really unique about this property is the fact that it is all watered by rainwater. So the farm, everything here is grown with rainwater that's collected from the roofs of the shed and the senior building, as well as what will be collected by future buildings, runoff from the streets, and it's all filtered underground and then fills up that water tower behind us. So we're able to water this all with recycled rainwater, keeping our water usage at nothing from the city of Santa Clara. I think people are getting hip to the fact that you need to pay for landscaping at these communities anyway. It's not much more to put in an orchard or to put in a farm so that you can actually benefit from your landscaping. If you have to pay HOA dues anyway, it's really nice to get a big basket of peaches in return for those.